The luxury design build world is all about creating one-off, bespoke projects that capture the lifestyle and the personality of each individual client. Every detail is highly curated, so the final result fits the client like a glove. On top of that, the client's experience should be nothing short of that found at a 5-star luxury resort. It takes more than some talent and some passion to consistently create these sorts of results for our clients. I'm Kellen with Land, Water, Light, where we help luxury homeowners achieve resort-style living. In this video, I'll walk you through our exclusive process that allows us to consistently create such amazing, impactful projects for our clients. I'll shed some light on what you can expect as we begin our engagement to create the luxury resort space of your dreams. Let's get going. Okay, so here's a order of operations that you can expect while you're working with us in order to allow the creation of such amazing curated spaces for your project. So you can find this timeline on our website, but I'm here to kind of elaborate a little bit and explain some of the nuances that just can't get included in that sort of format. So our first step, as you've probably gathered, is really this connect and consult phase. We want to know a lot about you, your family, the project, your dreams for, kind of how your vision is manifesting in your own mind, and really get a feel to see if this is, a good fit for us, if we're a good fit for you, and start to develop a little bit of a relationship there. That starts with our in-person or our phone call and video consultation, and then as that kind of evolves, we shift to an in-person consultation where I'll come out, meet with you on the project site, and start to discuss really kind of some more details of that project. Once we get a feel for that, we move on to our data and design phase. This can be collecting surveys from you, ordering surveys if there isn't one that actually is accurate, collecting information from building plans to MVP, anything that is helpful for us to understand, what really our design scope should cover. Once we start doing that, then we provide a design estimate. So design is fully separate from the construction side of our company. While they are highly integrated when we build the project, we kind of look at it as two separate projects. So once we get through that initial consultation phase, we'll send you a design estimate that essentially lines out the expected hours to execute the design that we've discussed in these previous phases. This allows a few things. So one of the big benefits that we see, and one reason why it's so big in our process, is being design forward allows us to develop a relationship and a communication style up front, which once construction kind of gets underway, it allows a much more fluid and in-depth ability to communicate. Sometimes construction is stressful. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing to stay in communication while your backyard is torn up or the project's underway. You've got a million different decisions to make. So having this design kind of at the forefront at the very beginning is absolutely key. The other thing that I think makes us truly special in the space is we're very data driven. So we look at all sorts of data points. We have survey equipment in-house that we use to pull either elevations or construct layouts, and really we go through this whole process from a data side and then really bringing in your goals, interpreting them, and putting them to paper. Essentially, we provide renderings in this sort of phase, and it really allows a strong alignment. So by the time we get to kind of the budget phase, everybody knows what to expect. As we move on through that process, we get to the estimates and contract phase. So the design is complete, everybody's in love with it, and we're ready to start putting some numbers to it. Now, depending on the project, depending on the client, we'll actually start building some of these budgets through the design phase to kind of help get a feel for that expectation. I tell clients all the time, and the reason why we're so budget forward, it's really to make sure that we're in alignment estimate. We don't want to over design a project that just completely puts it out of budget, and we don't want to under design a project and really under deliver. So we try to be as forward as possible, and since our whole design and construction process is data driven, so is this phase as well. We will work with our in-house craftsmen to discuss the project scope with them, make sure that they understand what's going on, they can ask questions at that phase, and we really actually build these estimates alongside our actual craftsmen in the field, which gets a super fluid transfer once all of that kind of moves through. Then we get into pre-construction. So it really depends on order of the projects, but if there's engineering involved or permit applications, this is the time that we do that. So let's say the budget is approved, then we are now going into some drawings and potentially engineering specs if we haven't done that already. Typically in that case, we'll have some flexibility on the numbers, but we generally have a really solid idea on what that should look like, as well as start meeting with all parties and stakeholders and designers to make sure that all phases and all portions of the construction team, this could be builders as well, to make sure everybody's in alignment. We work very efficiently. We use some high-level construction management software that really allows us to get deep into what the data and how things are moving. So we make sure that every party involved that we could be, involved with on a project is informed and communicated with throughout, which really allows a much smoother construction process, not only for us, but for the client as well. Construction. So our construction teams work collaboratively. We have a lot of field craftsmen that are trained in all sorts of various skills. We look for them all over the country essentially to try to find the most talent we can, because it's so critical for executing these sort of high detail projects. Our construction managers and superintendents are really hired to be very detail oriented, and as well as able to communicate well with other people and clients and allow to make sure that there's communication going on. We do use a lot of data, a lot of technology to make sure that we're tracking everything from end to end to make sure everybody's just in alignment and understands where the construction process is, and making sure that everybody's communicated with. Again, we try to build this concierge feel for a construction company, which can be a challenge, but it's an amazing result. Towards the end of this project, we start getting into walkthroughs. So this is when we start bringing in either a property manager or owner's rep or you, the client, to go over, where we are, how things are working, if there's anything that is bothering you, anything that you're uncomfortable with, or something even that you love. So we start going through these walkthroughs towards the end of the project. It's not like a typical punch out list. We're just trying to get a feel for, how the space is being received and make sure that any concerns are being worked out as early as possible. And this sort of phase is as personalized as our tactical punch out list, but it's really just a way of making sure that as this process is going along, everybody is on the same page. Now we get to punch out. So we go through your items and our items, any owner's reps items, builders, and we just go through meticulously one by one and create punch outs. And this is basically kind of that final phase to make sure that all the details are worked out and the project just looks amazing and as we designed it. Now, something that we do towards the end, we supply a care guide. So once this project is finished, you get a care guide that covers materials and how to typically take care of whatever sort of installations we have on this project. We also do longer term service contracts. So especially with warranties and being able to extend those, we can do quarterly cleanups and all the technical service and really watch the project at least for the first 6 months to a year to make sure that everything is working. This is extremely important with lighting, audio, and large tree installations where we're really wanting to keep some eyes on the space, and especially highly trained eyes, to make sure that project is just evolving and growing and healing in a way that will make it incredible as it continues to mature. Now, there's of course a lot of nuances to each parts of these processes, but each one has been proven to make sure that we can consistently create highly beautiful curated projects for our clients, and it's one that we've evolved and developed, and honestly are still evolving as time goes on, that we've just proven to create the best possible end result. I hope this walkthrough helps you understand how our process works to create resort-style exteriors for our exclusive clientele. This process has been honed through years of collaboration and experience, and is still being honed and shaped and adjusted today. We are always looking for ways to improve, and that's really how we have been able to consistently create amazing resort spaces for our clients, and have allowed us to have repeat business for many of our clients that just have enjoyed not only the final results, but the entire experience working with us. If you haven't done so already, if you click the link in our banner, you can get our exclusive starting guide that covers a little bit of this information, as well as the information included in some of our other videos. And if you are ready to start a resort style exterior of your own, go ahead and follow this link or the link at the bottom of the starting guide and schedule a one-on-one consultation with me as a starting point to really allow us to get the ball rolling on creating the backyard or the estate of your dreams. So check us out on our next videos. We'll be talking about budgets, and we'll be talking about all sorts of other things. But until then, I'll talk to you soon.